Ever wonder why some people always seem to have more money, while others struggle to make ends meet? It's not just about how much they earn, it's about how they spend it. Today, we're diving deep into the spending habits of the poor, the middle class, and the rich. More importantly, we'll talk about what you can learn from these patterns to improve your own financial situation and build lasting wealth. But before we jump in, if you find this type of content helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more tips on personal finance, investing, and living a meaningful life. First, let's talk about how these groups view money. It's foundational to everything else. The poor often see money as something to be spent quickly. This is largely because their spending is driven by immediate needs and desires. It's a mindset of survival, but it can sometimes lead to things like accumulating debt, especially when unexpected expenses pop up. The middle class tend to focus on stability. Their spending habits are more structured, and they prioritize comfort and security. Things like owning a home, buying a reliable car, or saving for vacations. But this can also lead to living paycheck to paycheck, or relying on credit to fund purchases, creating financial stress over time. Now, the rich, they see money differently. To them, it's not just something to spend, it's a tool for growth and opportunity. Their spending tends to be strategic, focused on investing in assets, building wealth, and securing financial independence. This long-term mindset is one of the key differences. Now let's break down spending on needs versus wants. This is where things get really interesting. For the poor, spending on basic needs like food, rent, and utilities takes up a large chunk of income. There's often little room left for wants, and spending can feel reactive rather than planned. Because, let's be honest, when you're trying to make ends meet, planning for the future can feel out of reach. The middle class typically have their basic needs covered, but here's where the balance starts to shift. A lot of spending goes toward comfort, things that elevate lifestyle like owning a home, taking vacations, or buying a new car. But here's the catch. Sometimes, this group gets caught up in spending on status symbols and material goods, which can actually limit their financial growth. And then, we have the rich. For them, needs are met, but their spending is focused on assets and experiences that grow their wealth. For example, they might buy luxury items, but it's often strategic. Things like high-end real estate, businesses, or investments in the stock market. They prioritize long-term gains over short-term indulgences. Next, continue with saving and investing. This is one of the clearest areas where financial habits differ between these groups. The poor. For many people in this group, saving and investing can be extremely challenging. Lower incomes combined with higher immediate expenses leave little room to focus on long-term wealth building. If there are savings, they're often minimal, and the idea of investing can feel completely out of reach. The middle class? This group often saves through employer-sponsored retirement plans like 401ks or IRAs. While this is a step in the right direction, many middle-class individuals don't invest as aggressively in opportunities like stocks, real estate, or businesses. As a result, their wealth-building potential is often limited. The rich? Here's the key difference. The wealthy prioritize investing over saving. Their focus is on building diversified portfolios. Businesses, real estate, stocks. They also tend to have multiple streams of income, which means their savings often happen automatically, as a byproduct of their investment strategies. It's all about putting their money to work. Now let's talk about debt, another area where mindset plays a huge role. The poor debt is often used to cover basic needs, and it becomes a survival tool. Unfortunately, this can lead to a cycle of high-interest debt. Things like credit cards or payday loans, that's incredibly hard to escape. Over time, this kind of debt can feel overwhelming. The middle-class debt here is typically tied to bigger purchases, things like homes or cars. While these are seen as necessary, many middle-class families also struggle with consumer debt, which can eat away at their monthly cash flow. There's often a focus on paying debt down over time, but this can limit opportunities to invest. The rich? For the wealthy, debt is a tool, not a burden. They use it strategically, leveraging low-interest debt to invest in assets like real estate or businesses. The key here is understanding how to manage debt responsibly, so it generates more income rather than holding them back. Let's talk about lifestyle choices, an area where financial habits can either make or break your ability to build wealth. How you approach your lifestyle plays a huge role in shaping your financial future. The poor. For many, lifestyle choices are about short-term gratification, spending money on immediate comforts or upgrading things as soon as income increases. While it might bring momentary relief, this mindset can lead to lifestyle inflation, where higher earnings are quickly offset by higher expenses. The middle-class lifestyle here is often a balance of comfort and status. Many in this group tie lifestyle upgrades to salary increases or promotions. Things like buying a bigger house, a newer car, or taking more elaborate vacations. But this can create a cycle where expenses rise just as fast as income, leaving little room to save or invest. The rich, their approach is different. They focus on long-term fulfillment rather than immediate gratification. You might be surprised to know that many wealthy individuals actually live below their means relative to their wealth. Instead of inflating their lifestyle every time they earn more, they prioritize experiences, personal growth, and investments that create lasting wealth. It's about living intentionally, not extravagantly. Your mindset around money might be the most important factor of all. It shapes your decisions, your habits, and ultimately, your financial success. The poor. For those struggling financially, money is often seen as something that comes and goes quickly. This scarcity mindset creates a focus on survival rather than building wealth. When you're constantly thinking about how to cover immediate expenses, it can feel impossible to plan for the future. The middle class. Here, the mindset is often about stability. Many believe that money should be used for immediate comfort and medium-term goals, like buying a home, saving for college, or going on vacation. While this provides security, it can also limit opportunities for long-term wealth building. The rich. Their mindset is centered around growth. Financial challenges are seen as opportunities to learn and improve. They understand that wealth isn't just about earning more, it's about thinking strategically, taking calculated risks, and investing in themselves. Whether through education, relationships, or skills, they view money as a tool to create more freedom and opportunities over time. Let's wrap up by talking about philanthropy and giving, an area that doesn't always get enough attention in personal finance but speaks volumes about our relationship with money. The poor. For those facing financial challenges, giving back may seem like a luxury. But even so, many find ways to contribute. Whether it's helping a neighbor, supporting family, or volunteering their time, it might not always be monetary, but the spirit of giving is still there. The middle class. For this group, giving tends to be more structured. Donations to charities, church tithes, or supporting local causes. However, the level of giving is often limited to what's comfortable within their budget, making it more of a discretionary choice. The rich for the wealthy, philanthropy is often woven into their financial strategy. Many established foundations donate significant sums or fund initiatives that align with their values. And while it's a way to create a positive impact, it can also be tax efficient, helping to manage long-term wealth. It's not just about money, it's about using resources to make a difference. So what can we learn from all this? The way you manage and spend your money has a direct impact on your financial future. The habits of the wealthy might seem out of reach, but the truth is, wealth starts with your mindset and daily choices. The key is to think long-term, make your money work for you, whether through investments, intentional spending, or even giving back. If you want to break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, start with small changes today. Adjust your habits, plan for the future, and let those decisions compound over time. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on building wealth, managing your money, and creating a life of financial freedom. I'd also love to hear your thoughts. What are some small habits you're working on to improve your finances? Drop a comment below, and let's start a conversation. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.